You are now listening to Exopolitics in the Morning with Watermelon TV and the Cosmic Watch, your source regarding the extra-dimensionals, UFO, and UAP global and political agenda. Click the like button and subscribe to this channel. And now, here is 48 Medu.
Mike check, good morning. Here we go again. Coming in with you, just want to take a look at this live shots that they're showing us, setting up the theater. Setting up the grand show. So this is my weekly or my morning review, just to keep things on up and up. Right? No kings protest. All right, so all those millions of people downtown walking around, you have this going on. So again, welcome back to Watermelon. Slice through the sugar-coated illusions and serve up real fruit, raw and red. Today we're looking at a strange new partnership, kind that would make Serge Manasse whisper from the grave, they're preparing us. This week in Exopolitics, America is watching, not the skies, but the screen. There's a new UFO documentary dropping next month on Prime Video, which I'm not a subscriber of, called The Age of Disclosure. They've lined up politicians, Pentagon insiders, and Senator Marco Rubio, who claims, quote unquote, UFOs are flying over restricted nuclear facilities, and they're not ours. I mean, let's just think about that one quote from another country to imply that it's something outside of our world is the dangerous part. And that sounds very dramatic for a first-generation American senator. I mean, that in itself should be something. First-generation senator. First-generation American to be uttering these statements. So because every time the establishment starts funding disclosure, the first question we have at Watermelon TV is we ask, who's controlling the story? If this was a true grassroots transparency, we wouldn't need Hollywood lights to find the truth. We don't need a documentary about it. Just come out and talk to us. Really, UFOs and UAP or these particular beings, they wouldn't be hiding from us anyway. What's to hide for? Why are you hiding? There's no need to. There's no need for it. So we'd have full public data from the AARO, not edited trailers and staged statements. This feels less like revelation and more like a rehearsal. Lawmakers are now pushing new protections for UAP whistleblowers, military officials, intelligence analysts, pilots, anyone who claims they've seen something unexplainable. I've seen something unexplainable. It happened yesterday at the march. Sounds noble until you realize how psychological containment works. By promising safety, the government builds a funnel, a safe space where the narrative is still classified, redacted, and filtered. You're not getting disclosure, we're getting management. So Serge Manasse warned about this back in the 90s, and he called it synthetic spirituality, a staged awakening to usher in control. I believe that, man, just with every drop of my being, that this is just another form of control, digital IDs. They're gonna flip. I hate to use God's creation, that word, because God is so 20th century. They're gonna have people wilding out. It's gonna be crazy. So let's look at a double narrative. The official report from the Department of Defense says no verified evidence of non-human intelligence. Hollywood and Washington tell you disclosure is coming soon. Which one do we go with? Where do we go? Disclosure coming soon, or the Department of Justice, Department of Defense saying there's no real evidence? So this is the tricky part, man, but they keep us watching when they do stuff like this. When the NASA channel or Space Interstellar channel put this kind of imagery on the screen. Look, here's the sun, and here's where the Earth is. And here's where 3i Atlas is coming for you. So this is just a wake-up call, y'all. So it's an early morning wake-up call to stay on your guard, even if you do see something odd and strange. If it doesn't have a feeling like when you're outside and it's raining and the lightning is striking, when thunder and lightning. Remember that when you was a kid? That was a real feeling. And in my mind, the UFOs, UAPs, aliens, Martians, UFOs, whatever it may be, it needs to feel like how a thunderstorm would feel. Not just one person over here, one person over here, one person over here. And all these people tend to be military personnel. Or first generation Americans. Talking about they seen aliens already. Okay. All right. So I really want to know what y'all think about it. Right? These crates or these psychological gap creates compliance. It keeps the masses waiting, not thinking. And when the day finally arrives, when a shimmering craft appears over the sky or a holographic deity makes headlines, we'll be too conditioned to question whether it's truth or technology. That's not disclosure. That's Project Bluebeam 2.0. So also, real quick, notice the rhythm. Every major disclosure moment comes wrapped in cultural distraction. New documentaries, hearings, and leaks appear right when the political landscape looks tired, when both parties are losing morale, steam. That's real. We see it happening right now. There's not a lot of black voices in exopolitics space. I really don't get into Billy Carlson and what he's talking about. He uses obscure language when it comes to Anunnaki and pyramid, or anything related to the pyramid phenom, when black people and Americans, for that, black Americans, white Americans, don't be scared to listen to Dr. John Henry Clark or Dr. Ben. Don't be scared to listen to these guys. They just trying to lay things out for you. Whereas Billy Carson doing these tours, and he's in Hollywood taking pictures, and Martians this and been abducted that. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. We're not going for that. We grassroots. And this is what you're supposed to. I thought you was American. I thought y'all was Americans. Americans don't lay down. So again, black voices in exopolitics spaces, from influencers to church leaders, are rarely invited to these conversations. We know church leaders ain't gonna say it. They gonna wait till it happens. Remember, they just keep lulling us to sleep. Church leaders, black church leaders, we know who they are. They ain't gonna say shit until a spaceship is hovering over their church, a holographic spaceship, excuse me. And they not gonna say shit. And then you got Hebrew Israelites and Muslims talking about, it's a wheel within a wheel. Yeah, so they're almost prepping us for a particular event. But we're the original witnesses, the ancient sky watchers, that's me, the descendants of those who knew the stars before telescopes. Yeah, man, go back and just dig into the Kemetic philosophy. It'll answer a lot of questions for you. So ask yourself, is disclosure, if disclosure is real, why are our eyes always left out of the frame? This isn't about aliens, it's about administration, control of perception, management of belief, and slow burn revelation, time to serve the empire. Hollywood builds the imagery, the Pentagon writes the talking points, and we, the people, are meant to clap on cue. But at Watermelon TV, we don't clap, we question. And we're holding people accountable, especially for their lies. And that's what it is. America, I don't even know where to start. It's just so sad. It's so sad. So before you hit play on that shiny new documentary, remember, we've been misled before by generals, by journalists, even by our own people working on behalf of the machine. You know, like Barack Obama and Jasmine Crockett. These skies aren't just mirrors, they're messages. And this time we're not. Leave your thoughts and comments below. And just maybe, and that's maybe what we're all doing. We're just enjoying this. We enjoy watching it. See how far they're going to try to take us. Yo, be proud to be a human, black or white. Liberation is the key. Not being no far-right liberal with these bizarro ideas, misleading children, misleading adults. You know, yo, love is love. Watermelon TV, I'm out.